Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm making some muffins. I'm going to make a light whole wheat Orange-Bran muffins, and we'll talk about what bran is a part of the kernel so you'll have an idea what it offers. Alright, I've got everything out. Dang, Sandy. We'll just get another set. I mean, you got plenty of sets running around. Yes, I keep on misplacing stuff in the kitchen. Don't worry, when I clean it, I find everything. If this kitchen had more counter space, I would be happy. We're going to put a half a cup of whole wheat flour in here. And then we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. This will give us a light whole wheat usually. This is how it's done. You don't put a whole lot of whole wheat in, but you just put in enough so you get those B's and you get those minerals that you're always looking for. Because it's very, very important that you always have those. Can't find one set of measuring cups, I've got another set. That's how I look at it. Okay, now look, everything I'm telling you right now, I'm just putting in a mixing bowl. That's all I'm doing. When we go to mix it and do other things, I'll let you know. But I'm just putting this stuff in a mixing bowl. Now, Dave's stating we're going to use 1 cup of bran flakes. What is the bran on a wheat kernel? All right, you have the husk on the outside, which protects the whole kernel. All right. Then you have the bran. The bran gives you bulk. That's what it does. It actually is also a protective shield also around the wheat germ, but the bran is actually what gives the bulk of it, all right? Then you have the germ. This is where all the vitamins, minerals, amino acids, everything is in the wheat germ. And then you have the center, which is white. So they take all that away and you end up with white flour. Okay, so we need 1 cup of the bran. This is why people say have bran muffins if you're constipated and stuff like that. It just gives bulk. That's it. But it's very important for the body. So therefore, we should have it. You see, nobody likes to talk about that part about going to the bathroom, or it's like taboo. I don't need it. Like, don't eat prunes. Ooh, that means you're constipated. Prunes are good for you. They're high in potassium. I mean, why not? So let's see what bran has in it. I've never bothered. I'm always on the germ. Let's see what the bran offers us. Okay. Bran has fiber, which gives you bulk to your bowels. But guess what bran has in it? It has iron in it, which we need for our blood. Isn't that nice to know? And guess what else it has? Something that quiets the heart. It has potassium in it, which is very good for your heart and your muscles. It relaxes your heart and stuff. It also has a little bit of protein in it as well. So is bran good for you? Yes. Are prunes good for you? Yes. And it doesn't always mean you're constipated. Okay. Next, we're going to need 1 cup of firmly packed brown sugar. Now, they don't state if they want light or dark, so you have a choice, but there they are. I can. Let's see. I think since I have more light, I'll use light this time. Okay. Now remember, they want 1 cup of this. Now, I already explained sugars, so I don't have to go through that again. I just did that yesterday. The difference of the sugars. Now remember, when you make it, it's not going to look exactly like what you get in the store. I always have to tell people that. They said, but it looks different. Yes, because it's homemade. I mean, I'm making my own baking powder, and it's not like the baking powder you get in the store. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine is a little darker, but it's my light brown. All right, I think baking powder's next. Baking powder is 1 teaspoon. And nutmeg is 1/4 of a teaspoon. Yes, 1/4 of a teaspoon nutmeg. Now remember, all this is going in one bowl so far. That's all I'm doing. You'll see it all piled up, and I'll show you before we start doing anything else. I'm just getting all these dry ingredients together. And you need 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. If you don't have new measuring spoons, and you have the old-fashioned, it's just half of your 1/4. We'll make 1/8. See, my girlfriend got me new measuring spoons, so they have an 1/8, so I don't have to do all that figuring out. Okay. I think we're done adding all of that in. Let me see. Okay. You are going to have to melt half a stick of butter. Now it's time to turn you down because we're going to start doing other things with this. They want it mixed, so I'm going to mix it. And we'll turn the oven on in a minute. This really smells good. I'm just making sure the brown sugar is really mixed up in this. That's why I'm using my hand, because it does lump. And I'm not afraid of using my hands. Some people say, ooh, don't use your hands, please. $3.75 for your oven. Before you end up. All right, now we're going to have to get another bowl. So take this bowl and push it to the side and get a smaller bowl because we're going to put liquids together now. Okay, we need an egg. Let me see what else they want. They want 3/4 of a cup of milk. Now, I am not using milk. I am going to use this. I was going to put into my compost for the yard, yeast, because I had too much and I was going to get rid of it. But I'm going to go ahead and use this instead, and we'll call it cultured discard. So when I say, you know, if you don't have this, it's 3/4 of a cup of milk. I have live cultures, and sometimes if my family doesn't eat a lot of bread, I end up with extra. So I'm going to go ahead, instead of just giving it to the garden all the time, I decided we're going to have it. I'm just going to put it in a different way, and it's got live cultures, which the intestines need, so it's a good thing. Okay. And see, when we bake it, the yeast is going to die anyway. Or, well, not the yeast, the culture. It's not gonna be raw when we eat it, so we're not gonna have to worry about it. This was just extra that I had. Now you need 5 tablespoons of orange juice. frozen, so I get a better flavor. Okay, this can go here. I think I'm done with everything else. Yeah, pretty much. It is so humid today that everything that I clean, you can feel moisture on it. That's how high the humidity is. All right, we needed that 1/4 of a cup of butter. Make sure you beat this egg first in here because you don't want your egg to curdle. Because if your butter is hot, the egg will curdle, and then it's ruined. Okay, we got the egg butter. All right, we need 2 tablespoons of grated orange peel. Now, this is some equipment that makes my job so much easier. Orange peel. Now this is a Cuisinart spice and nut grinder. It is so nice. So instead of trying to find orange peel, then no, I'm not going to use the whole bottle and have to throw it out. I will sit there and do my peelings and dehydrate them and put them in here and let this do all the work for me. Now it says I need 2 tablespoons, so I'm going to need a good amount. As they say, kiss it to God and that's it. And believe you me, we've done that many a time. And so have our mothers done it to us. And we do it as well. Today everybody is like so sick that they can't handle this, they can't handle that, they can't handle anything. We handled everything, even falling down and everything else. We get back up, go in the house crying about our knees. Mommy puts a liqueur comb on it and a Band-Aid and sends us back out. But today it's like, oh no, you can't do that. I knew a girl. I have to move you over some because I'm just running out of room here. She broke bones left and right. She thought she was healthy, and all I was saying, now that I'm older, I said, oh, she's far from healthy. That girl is not getting her minerals or calcium, nothing. Look how nice that did for me. I don't have to slave over it. Now that's about 2 tablespoons. I'm never exact when I use this, but I get close. Plus or minus a little bit, but not enough to, ruin the recipe or anything. Here's the part where everybody messes up and says, I can't make muffins. Look, some muffins rise, some don't. But the one thing you don't want it to do is go this direction in. If it's level or up, it's fine. But if you're in a contest, they want that nice dome. Believe you me. Make a well in the center. You're going to use a fork to do this because if you overmix this, they're not going to come out. And sometimes they don't anyway, no matter what you do. Oh my God, I thought that was Pip and I forgot he was passed. He's already passed. That's what we've been going through. Rain, it comes in, it goes out, it comes in, it goes out. I'm happy with it. Now you're going to take your fork and you go around like this. Now if my cultured discard is not enough, I will add a little milk to this to make sure it mixes up. Because sometimes you need a little extra if you're using, if you have a sourdough culture and you have extra. That's moist enough. I'm just checking the bottom now. And remember, it's not completely mixed here. So this way, when you make your sourdough culture and you're not making bread and you have this extra and you say, I'm going to have to put it in my garden or something, you can use it in place of the liquids for muffins, biscuits, rolls, and stuff like that. Pancakes, waffles. Need I go further? In other words, you can get pretty versatile with it. And that's one problem a lot of people think about. Well, I'm going to have to throw some extra out because I can't get it all used. Use it in a different direction. It's nutritious. It's good for you. I mean, it's not like, you know, when you die from it. You have one small one here unless I take from the others. Okay, we'll take from the others as well. Now we'll put them in the oven and we'll see how they come out. I like having muffins laying around so my family has something to snack on because they sit out, they don't last long. And if they get up in the morning and they want something to eat as soon as they get up, it's right there because they have to run out the door to get to work, so they really don't always get to sit to have a big breakfast. They'll have the pep up, but sometimes they want a little more that sticks to the rib, or sometimes they'll want to take them with them to munch. So this is why I try and give them a lot of different kinds of muffins, so they don't have the same thing all the time. And we'll be getting into sweet rolls and breakfast rolls and stuff like that as well. I'm just going through the muffins, and then there'll be other things you can make as well for breakfast to help them along the day, or to give them something they can snack on, or even if you have a husband and he's having coffee and he has something sweet like that, that really makes his day feel better. So listen, I will see you when those are done. How long are they cooking? I didn't even tell you. Where did I put the recipe? Oh, don't you love the way I go? 15 to 18 minutes they have to cook. See you then. Okay, they're done, but I'm not taking them out. They've got to cool a bit, but here they are. I have them on a rack, but that's what they look like. And remember, when you use your sourdough that you're going to discard culture because you have too much, when you use it, it helps also to give the lift with the baking powder as well. So you get that extra lift. Now, I don't know how it would work with baking powder that you buy in the store. I make my own baking powder to get away from the aluminum. So you would have to experiment on that because I have no idea, because I just wanted to get away from that aluminum as much as possible. So listen, take care. I don't know if it's raining where you're at, but it is here. Take care and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.